Good evening to all the participants to our day 5 of 6 day ATAL online FDP on AI in education, tools and trends in teaching. Hope you had great learning experience so far. And here we are for another day of learning on reimagining education with AI, bridging industry with academia, led by Mr. Sumedh Sonkamble. I feel privileged to introduce our guest today. Sumedh Sonkamble is the founder and CEO of Neuron Innovations Private Limited, a Hyderabad-based technology company specializing in digital twins, artificial intelligence, and spatial computing for mission-critical applications in space, healthcare, manufacturing, and small infrastructure. With an engineering background and advanced training from the Indian School of Business, he combines technical expertise with a passion for innovation, leading state-of-art collaborations such as next-generation spacesuit technologies with firms like Metacosmos. Renowned for his resilient leadership and entrepreneurial drive, Mr. Sumedh champions solutions that bridge human emotion and technology, positioning Neurom innovations at the forefront of digital transformation and pioneering advances for safer, smarter, and more efficient human space flight. His thought leadership and commitment to accessible, scalable technologies continue to inspire industry peers and aspiring technologists alike. So we believe Mr. Sumedh Sonkamble is an apt person to talk about AI in connection with industry. Hoping for great and new insights, I now welcome our distinguished guest Sumedh Sonkamble to take over the session. Please, sir.
Thank you, Arvind. Thank you for the wonderful introduction. It was great privilege to be here. And in the changing era, I'm glad I could contribute something to the education priorly any from the background of engineering itself. So it was wonderful to be here and glad for bringing me here and to share my opinions about the AI and how the industry is changing with respect to the academics, how we can think or change how it is coming along with the growth. Cool, wonderful, everybody. Hope you're all here. Thank you for the deck. Yeah. I'm the controlling person, right? Yeah. Shall we wait for a few minutes? Okay, let me share my deck.
So you can start.
Hope you all can see my deck.
Yes, sir, it's visible.
I'm waiting for a few minutes.
Sir, we can start, sir. We can go ahead.
We can go ahead.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to see my screen. Yes, participants. So this is just the theme. What currently we are following is about reimagine. So basically, when we talk about reimagine, I just want not to be basically a technical session. It would not be a too much a technical session. It would be very much an interactive session. Okay, where I'll be asking you a lot of questions, and you can come up with your views and understanding everything. It will be a wonderful session together. Make it much more interactive. Let me stop static. Right. Hope there are no more participants joining in. We can continue with our sessions. I'm here just to reimagine how our education in terms of industry and in terms of academics will look like. Okay. So before going to what it might look, I just have a brief question. I guess I've already shared a Japanese concept called Ikigai in the group prior. Hope you are able to go through the simple slide. Yeah. Arvind, you can please let me know if there is anything audio problem or screen, what is being visible or not.
No, sir, everything is fine.
Yeah, right. So I'm here talking about a brief concept called Ikigai. Before Ikigai, I expect every one of us are well aware of there is a concept called seven wives, one husband, that is 7W11H. That 7W stands for why, what, where, who, etc. So basically that actually aligns you with the activities what we do. Okay. For the same perspective, if we talk about the current scenario, we all know why we are here. So that is something which we not need not get into much. Okay. So I'm here just about now taking you to the concept called Ikigai. So one of the key questions every one of us have to understand and be in the same page is why we are doing, or exactly to be in educational context, why our students engineers are being engineers, why are they doing it, why not any other profession. Okay, so I'm coming from the basic questions. Why we want more engineers, or why the students coming in are only choosing engineering field. Okay, so at that age particularly no one will have answers, and I expect even we might not have answers back then. Okay, so why is it critical now, why it is very much important for us to understand what we are getting into, and it equally applies for the students also. Okay, might not be everyone will be very much aware that we have to do it or why we have to not do it. Okay, so this is little concept which will help understand why we do. Okay, we often listen to terms called I'm very much passion, or this is a profession, or I want to be on a vacation or vacay kind of thing, or if you talk about mission. So these are all concepts what will come into picture. Okay, and our major concern is not about the age group, let's just say, who have already graduated. Okay, our concentration will be the people or the students who are coming in now, let's just say 24, or who is the in 2025 as the first engineering year. Okay, or down the line students, number of students coming in 25, 26 or 28 or whatever, etc. When we talk in their perspective, okay, we will often listen to much there are a lot of metrics about attention span, how students are becoming so much not uh, too longevity or too determined or too disciplined. Those are all things which are already existing, and students or from parents, everything here and there, There are many things. Okay. And yeah, I'm we are not here as a government or something which we are trying to solve all the social issues. Okay. But this is something for us to understand why engineering student is coming to engineering. Okay. And the if the ultimate goal is to only earn money, okay, will we have our answers? Like if I choose engineering, or let's say if any students coming and choosing any profession, will he get the enough money, or does market award them enough money? Because majorly people, the end goal for them for most of the thing is about either money or fame or power. That is how the entire world runs on. Okay. So I'm coming to the basics again. We need to have at least a basic understanding of what the world needs and what the world can be paid for, or what am I good at, or what I love. So when you understand all these four corners, okay, what am I good at? Am I good at singing, or am I good at talking to people, or am I good at dancing? Okay. And what I can be paid for. Paid for is a great interesting thing what every one of us, or every parent, or every student, or every even our professions, even for me or even for all of us, is important. What can I be paid for? If I want to dance, will I be able to get enough money? Might be, because there are persons like many choreographers who have excelled. Okay. And what is the probability? Or let's just say what the world needs. Does the world need more dancers or more choreographers, which is unique style? Might be. But what is the amount of percentage of people requirement there? What is the probability? Will the world need 10,000 lakhs and crores of people? Will the world need it? Okay, even if I love dance, or if I am good at dance, okay, does the world need? Might not be. We do not need those many people, or those many dances or choreography in that particular field. Okay. Or if I talk about profession, let's just say I'm coding. Okay. So what will the world pay for? Definitely at this context, uh, an AI engineer is getting paid more. Or we have recently heard about Meta poaching lot many engineers or AI data scientists at different companies. Okay, let's just from OpenAI, they're randomly paying some 800 crore. At this point in time, yes, the world needs more AI developers. Okay. Now the question is, am I good at coding? That question or that thing will come from your young age. Might be your 7 years, might be at 10 years, might be 8 years. Okay. And in the early itself, when during your schooling, you do not know whether you're good at coding or not. Okay. But you'll basically understand a student whether it's good at mathematics, or good at understanding, or good at stats, or just maybe with STEM subjects, understanding physics at a better level. Okay. Does the world need them? Yes, world needs them a lot. What I love, do I love it? Maybe there are a lot many people who are, love coding, or there are a lot of engineers who get stuck. They do not love, but still they are living. So you to understand, either you need satisfaction, either you need being comfort of what you are doing, or there might be some excitement. Okay. At each level, we need to understand what am I doing, or what at least our students, okay, or that might even apply for us being a parent. Okay. Is my child good at any of the concepts, and will that be paid enough, or is that the requirement current? Of course, at this point time, we definitely know we do not have all the answers. Okay. And might be students as well, they might not have all the answers. Okay. But the only thing or the only reason for this particular subject to be putting before us is to reimagine. Okay. And reimagine doesn't start now. Let's just say I'm beginning the class now. So it doesn't mean I have to reimagine what am I doing. It is not now. I'm talking about the people who are coming, who are forming the next generation of entrepreneurs, or next generation of doctors, or next generation of engineers, or all the people, or even sometimes who have already graduated. Okay, it might also happen. But given the context of how AI is being played, okay, how AI is being moved, or how the tech is being moved from one sphere to another sphere, okay, it's becoming highly difficult for people to predict what is happening, what's not happening. Okay, so this all comes from the basic question that eventually we need to understand, or if students are confused, this might be the beginning point for them to begin. Ask them what they're probably good at, or what do they love, or what they are good at professionally, or they want to only be in a vacation mode. Okay, and is it necessary an engineering subject? For me, yes, it might be necessary subject. Okay, why? Because the world, or the tech, or the uh, evolution is not based on one particular person's interest, or one particular country's policies. It is how the tech is evolved. So to stay relevant, or to stay at least happy, okay, or to earn good amount of money if a person wants it, or to have some fame, okay, so this is certain factor important for us to ask question, or maybe who are coming, who are junior to us, might be question them. Okay, yeah. Let's not getting into too much of it. Let's move. Yeah. Now, since our question is the theme I'm following is about imagination. Let's just say, how can we imagine our pen? Pen is a simpler, cylindrical or the rectangular shape what we regularly use. But our just question is, why do you think our pen is in this structure? Is there no other better alternative available? Or how is it only where we accepted our entire thing as the basic form of pencil is this? Why? Any answers? Yeah. So, guys, sorry, sirs, everyone, please be interactive. Is it possible to unmute sometimes? So, yeah. So our the current discussion will completely revolve around imagination, or more towards tech. Okay. So for me to understand, or to tell you why is our pen is in this structure? Why not any other structure? Or have you thought about it? Okay. This is just a random concept. Why not the first, cylindrical or bent low? Why not the first structure? Why our pen is in that way? Okay, might be there are multiple reasons, and there are multiple factors. The only reason I think the pen is in this shape is because of the evolution, as in over the time, as a human, we understood what is comfortable for a human, or comfortable for a person to hold, or what is the reason which material is good at mass production, or which material is good at available abundantly in the entire world. Okay, or which is easy to refill, or easy to use, or easy to carry. So those are all the factors which will come into play. These might be the another just interpretation. Why not cylindrical shape pen? Probably we can. So this is how we might be able to hold the pen, or this structure maybe. If you look at this center image, That's how our poets used to write when probably during the late like early centuries, how our poets used to write that. And we also have to used to have this
Sir,
peacock
excuse
ink
me, sir.
where
Sorry to intervene. Your slide hasn't changed.
yes, okay, it is ikigai slide.
Yes, yes.
I'm so sorry. Give me a minute. Shit. Just a minute. Probably I can share the desktop. Yes, I hope you are able to see my screen now.
Yes,
I've
sir.
shared complete screen.
Yes, visible, sir.
Yes. Yeah, hope you are here. Yeah, this was little concept for me to
Yes, visible.
reimagine. Yeah, all good now?
Yes, sir. You can go ahead, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, great. Right. So this is for us to just understand or reimagine what could be the pen structure. Okay. If we talk about the cylindrical structure, it might be difficult to hold. And yeah, this is the little interpretations how we can hold the pen. Okay. If you understand, even during our poets' time, they used to write holding the pen in this manner. So that's how the evaluation has been for us to holding pen, or that is the key concept what we accepted as an entire uh, world or society, what we accepted or being there in this context. Now, are we here to change the society? Probably no. Okay, but the only thing, the reason why I am asking us or putting this in front is to change the thought process or to ignite a understanding of why to think in a particular manner. Okay, and the basis comes from our, might be when we are young. I'm not here to question or change the entire education system that is being there. So there are, everything has its own plus minus, and it is how the tech being evolved, okay, or how the humanity being evolved. But this is just to understand why do we accept something is there in a same manner? Why not any other interpretation? Okay, and this is where our education or our engineering colleges or our system need to inculcate, okay, into our theory. And this is where industry needs, this is what the current industry needs. Okay, we have to change the way our entire tech stack has built over the time. I'm talking about the technologies, I'm talking about the languages, or I'm talking about the infra, or I'm talking about how one has evolved or understood the basic concepts. Okay, or sometimes it might be quantum computing, or yeah, quantum computing, that's also coming from how, why are we thinking the same manner? Because if you understand the recent innovation, the Microsoft did, okay, even look after Microsoft recent uh, quantum innovation, they have actually identified a new state of matter like electron, proton, neutron. Along with that, there is another state of matter called qubits. But qubits is purely very, very highly unstable. You cannot control the state of qubits. Okay, and it has to be performed in such a controlled environment, create such a controlled circumstances, environment, everything, and then only it might be something stable. Okay, why is that thought process coming? Okay, why? Because if you understand our foundational models or the AI models, the very basic things comes from questioning the fundamentals or reimagining. And how that comes, basically you'll have to, this is the first concept we're talking about, ikigai, what you're good at or what you love. If you combine that, okay, this might be certain things which you question the basics. And that's how we will be evolving as an entire, might be institute, might be student, might be a, professor, or might be an entrepreneur, or might be a parent, mother, father, or a country. That's how it starts. And these are the few interpretations. How do we think pen might look like in next 20 years? Okay, because we already have Apple Pen, which is just a tap. You can have a tap and you'll understand what the pen is supposed to do. It performs much more than that, but still it gives a cylindrical holding feel. So down the line, pen might look like this. Okay, and there might be another, you might just have additional display on a pen, or there might be some uh, like Wi-Fi connected, or there might be some display, or there might be some audio which is performing, or pen doing all the stuff itself, like it has a vertical stability where it can write on its own. That is a fundamental process to major the idea of me putting behind all these concepts is just to rethink or reimagine. Okay. Yeah. I'll be, yeah, I'm moving on to the next set of topic. Okay. Team, hope everyone is following up. Any questions? It will be more towards technical now. Hope you're able to listen to the audio.
Apúrate si quieres una buena calificación.
Voy lo más rápido que puedo.
¿Has pensado en correr? Es saludable y eficiente.
Seguro que no hay más trabajos disponibles. Yo estudié para ser profesora y estoy haciendo mercados.
Y además puedes quedarte con los puntos de fidelización. Eres una monje afortunada. Tienes que confiar en la aplicación. Te sientes inspirada. Gracias. Chao.
¿Quién soy yo? No, no es lo que quiero decir. ¿Para dónde voy? No. Voy a volver a empezar. Olvídalo.
Estoy presente ahora. Estoy libre de mi ira. Estoy libre de mi tristeza.
Aquí es. Queso de vaca, queso de ¿Está pasando? Buen día, Emilio. ¿Qué puedo hacer por usted? ¿Qué está pasando? Mis puntos están bien. No se preocupe, sus puntos están seguros conmigo. ¿Le puedo ayudar en algo más, Emilio? Yo no soy Emilio, yo soy Juliana Restrepo. Por favor, espero.
Hola, Juliana Restrepo. Me alegra verte. ¿Qué puedo hacer por ti?
Mis puntos están bien. ¿Qué está pasando?
Tranquila. Todo está bien. Parece que alguien está intentando vulnerar su cuenta. Por favor, espere mientras reinicio su dispositivo. Hola, Juliana. Me alegra verte. Hoy te ves hermosa. ¿Estás estrenando zapatos?
Ya lo arreglaron. Tengo que seguir trabajando.
Estoy trabajando en eso. Pero necesito verificar tu información biométrica. Por favor, sigue la línea azul hasta el centro de servicio más cercano para confirmar tu identidad.
Sí, pero mis puntos están bien.
Todo está bien. Chao.
Esto. ¿Cuándo? No, mis puntos, mis puntos. ¿Qué hago? ¿Qué hago? Eso.
Yes, everybody. Hope you are able to understand or got the entire video.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The voice was not clear.
Okay. My entire screen is anyway shared, right? Yeah, so I'll take you through the basic of this video. I'll probably, like, after the meeting, I might drop the URL link also. It is just hyper reality on YouTube. If you type it, you'll get it. Hyper reality. Okay. Now now we are little moving towards technology. Okay. I'm basically want to include a few things of about what we work on, what the entire world is moving to. Okay. If I talk about technology here, okay, this is an interface what will look like in a near future. By near future, I mean, you have to guess basically what could be the near future. Okay. Here, a person is wearing a gadget. Okay. Uh, it might be a HMD. We call it as HMD, head mounted display. Okay. So how many have you already used or have seen VR, virtual reality? Any responses, guys?
Sir, your mic went mute when you were asking the question, sir.
Oh,
Maybe it's internet issue, sir. We would like to ask the question again to the participants.
okay. Just a minute. Yeah. Yes. How many have already seen the hyper reality? Good. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks, team. Yeah, you can see hyper reality is already attached here. Okay. Now, my basic question is how many people have seen or experienced VR? Yeah, you already have understanding, right? What VR is. Okay. So now if you see this video, uh, team, do we have, okay, do we have any poll options here? Because usually in Teams, we will have a poll option, instant poll.
Sir, we'll look at it and get back to you, sir, in a moment.
Okay. That we can add a poll here. Fine. I'll share. I'm sharing my screen. This is meeting. Sorry. My screen is mirroring to something. Wait a minute. Yeah. Right. So here the video is about the might be the next set of tech, or what we call. Even if you look at entire tech or what our education is coming to, entire relevance will be what is the end customer or when end device, or it's getting into either in terms of any time, or in terms of precision, or in terms of uh, uh, productivity increase, or in terms of reducing the amount of money spent, or looking for a new set of experience. Those are all usually the gauge how tech is being worked. Now if you see our here, a person is wearing a gadget and understanding the entire world in different perspective. Okay, and you've already, I guess there are a couple of people who have already not seen what a VR is. Okay, I'll briefly take you. So this might be the world, an overlay. This is all about the overlay. If you're seeing all the digital creatures here, this is entire is an overlay. This is an overlay. Which is digitally added. This is an overlay how the product, on seeing a product, there is a digitally overlaid layer. So this is the present world what we live in, where if you go to any supermarket, this is how the world look like. Regular shopping, regular packets, or regular stacked over items on a grocery store, or days of people are walking. Okay, but if we've imagined, this is all the overlay. Overlay, I by that I mean how the world will perceive, like, or the tech will grow to next level. Okay, where on a physical layer, a digital layer being is overlaid. That digital layer, there are different names to it. Sometimes it's spatial computing, it's called virtual reality, or it's called augmented reality, or it's called mixed reality. These are all the names which has been evolved, but this is how the digital overlay is being laid. Okay, are okay. And do you think how much time we can see this? The original video was released around 2017, 16 or 17. Okay, there is a uh, uh, what do we call, there's a researcher called Casey Matsuda, who did, as a UK researcher, who imagined this might world look like in next few years. Okay, and he got some Emmy and international awards as well, just for this interpretation. Now a question to you all here is, how much time do you think this can be achieved, or do you really think world will get into that space? Okay, I'm coming back to my presentation. Now, I don't know if you have got to know about this. This is just an yesterday news. Meta Ray-Ban display AI glasses.
This is
This is just yesterday's news, team.
College students get free Gemini upgrade for 1 year.
This is Meta Ray-Ban display. These are glasses with the classic style that you'd expect from Ray-Ban, but they are the first AI glasses with a high-resolution display and a whole new way to interact with them, the Meta Neural Band. That's this guy. All right, now, the display is large enough to watch a video or read a thread of messages. It appears in one eye, it's slightly off center so it doesn't block your view. It is very high resolution and very bright. I mean like 42 pixels per degree, which is sharper than any major headset that's out there, and up to 5,000 nits of brightness. So it is crisp whether you're indoors or outdoors on the sunniest day. And then there's the neural interface, the meta neural band. So for the glasses, we're replacing the keyboard, mouse, touchscreen, buttons, dials, with the ability to send signals from your brain with little muscle movements that the neural band will pick up so you can silently control your glasses with barely perceptible movements. We have built a neural interface.
Team, I want to pause here. Understand if you've listened to this again, let me play back.
From your brain with little muscle movements that the neural band will pick up so you can silently control your glasses with barely perceptible movements. We have built a neural interface into a durable, lightweight, comfortable, and good-looking wristband. We wanted to make it really easy to send and receive messages. So it's good to just be able to type without anyone seeing. And so now I'm going to be able to open up Meta AI with a subtle tap that you're probably not even going to see. Play California Dreamin'.
From Spotify, here's California Dreamin' by the Mamas and the Papas.
All right, and if I want to adjust the volume, I act like there's a volume control in front of me, and I can just turn it. And there we go.
Yeah, I'll take a pause here. See, understand how we generally interact with the digital gadgets these days, or at least today. We either type it on a keyboard, or we either give voice commands, or we click on mouse. Those are input input devices for any digital interface. Okay. So now if you see the next set of interface here is, he's actually tapping or moving it in the air. He's moving it in the air. Okay. Prior to this, we also had Microsoft HoloLens. Okay. Even there, you just have to click in the air. You do it in the air. And even with neural band, it is just yesterday's news. Okay. They have whole way changed the way we interact with a digital gadget. It is without even seeing, without any keyboard, without any mouse or without anything, it's just typing or these small muscle movements. It is a tiny muscle movements what you do. Okay. It is so minute, and the neural band will capture those minute movements and understand it, and it will map into the digital interface, that is your glasses. Okay. Now, if you come back to my first slide, okay, or to your first understanding is just about to reimagine how the scientist or the input people or the meta has been reimagining the way people interact. Okay. If we even thought, let's just say that why do we need another mouse, or why to replace a mouse, or why to replace a keyboard? Okay. Why not let's give some sort of mouse like little device in a hand and kind of control it? Because the previous iterations of VR is we had a controller. Okay. We had a controller. The question here, or to understand here, is about how we gonna reimagine the existing tools or the existing gadgets or the existing way of interaction. Okay. For us, might be, typing on a keyboard is just a normal default or a given theme where we type on a keyboard and just will give the impact. Okay. Max to max, the reason what we can reimagine is might be change the color of a keyboard, or might be some shape, or might be battery life, or might be wireless connection or anything. But the question or here is to eliminate the need of itself. Why are we not thinking to eliminate this entire gadget? This is the thought process what we are trying to come or trying to question the entire need. So how, reimagining the entire way of how we interact with the gadget. Yeah, let me continue this.
With the Ray-Ban Metas, they're going to be able to turn up the volume on a friend. But with the display, you could do even better. You can put subtitles on the world.
Yeah, let me get it going right now.
All right.
We're ready for it.
If you have an issue hearing, then I think that this is going to be a game changer.
Yeah, I agree. And it's also cool. It can do translation. So if I'm talking to somebody who speaks a different language than me, I'll get a translation in my native language right on the display, real life subtitles.
All right. Should we show the camera? Let's do it. All right. So let me just go ahead and pull up the camera. I got a lot of missed calls from you.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
I was trying to call you.
I don't know what happened.
Were you busy?
Yeah. All right. All right. What's your ticket? You got some sick shoes, man.
Some Alex Albert Oakley's
Yeah,
here.
there you go. All right. I'll take some photos. You know what? Let's go ahead and take a video.
Thank you.
Say hi. You want to wave? All right. There you go.
Huh?
Pretty amazing new thing. So the last thing that I want to show is a glimpse of how this is going to work with agentic AI. In every conversation, there are normally like 5 things that you want to follow up on. The promise of glasses and AI is that they're going to help with this over time. So you just start a live AI session, and the glasses are going to be able to see what you see, hear what you hear, and they're going to be able to go off and think about it, and then come back and help you. The glasses are going to come in 2 colors. They're going to come in black and sand. And you are going to be able to buy the set for $7.99 in stores, where you can get demos as well, on September 30th.
Yeah. Yes, coming back to this point. If you see the previous video, okay, that was imagined or that was made around 8 years or roughly 8 years back. And here is Meta coming up with the device. Okay. So here, I'm going back to the same question of reimagination. Okay. Reimagine. And that is the kind of thing which we have to inculcate in the education. And there is no perfect stage where you have to start it. Okay. It has to start from school or college or the how the there is no perfect stage where you have to question it. For us, for an industry or for people to survive or understand how the tech evaluation is happening, it is a step-by-step process where we have to keep questioning the basics and keep following it. Okay. And I'll take you to another thing also.
This.
If I have a demo, yeah.
Hello. We're thrilled to introduce Neuralink's PRIME study, the first clinical trial of a groundbreaking experimental device that could help transform the lives of people with paralysis. Imagine the joy of connecting with your loved ones, browsing the web, or even playing games using only your thoughts. This is made possible by placing a small, cosmetically invisible implant in a part of your brain that plans movements. The device is designed to interpret your neural activity so you can operate a computer or a smartphone by simply thinking about moving. No wires or physical movement are required. By participating in the PRIME study, you'd be helping to redefine the boundaries of human capability. If you've been living with quadriplegia from a spinal cord injury or with ALS, you may qualify for the PRIME study. We'd love to share more with you and get you on board. Visit our website today to learn more and to submit your application. We'll be supporting you with a dedicated team at every step on this revolutionary journey. Your courage and contribution could significantly shape the future of interaction.
Yeah, hope you are able to see my screen. So I'm just showing you the another thing, that is the Neuralink. Hope you are aware of what Neuralink is. Anybody? So what Neuralink is, this is a company by Elon Musk. So what they do is they interpret the electronic impulse in the brain. Okay, whenever neuron communicates between dendrites or like my missing might be technical terms here and there, but the point is when a message or anything is moving in the form of impulse current, this equipment or this small device will trace that signal and understand what it could relate to and try to interpret and do it. Okay, so they're already in clinical trials. Okay, they have already live examples which people are feeling it. Imagine a person being blind. Okay, with this gadget, he can see the entire world. How is it possible? Because the gadgets are made for it. Imagine a person who doesn't have like paralysis person where he cannot move or touch. Okay, and he just thinks that I want to hold the water glass bottle. Okay, I want to feel it. I want to hold this. This equipment or this gadget does it. This is Neuralink. Now, again, me coming back to the question or coming back to the first thought process is reimagine. Can we imagine a person being blind and he can see the world? That's really for me an out of the box even thought process. Okay. How that happens? Usually the camera feed is fed into the brain. These are implants. Hope you're able to see my screen. These are all implants. And there is a specially designed surgical robot which will take you to the, like, it will cut the basically brain and skull. It will disengage, implant the chip there in the brain at the exact location where our neural signals are going. If you're talking about a vision, so vision is the backside of the cortex, okay, in the backside, or there are different parts of the brain. So each part of the brain is specifically designed for one specific function. Let's just say I want to hold the water bottle or to feel the sense, to feel the haptic. There is one side of action. Or if you want to see, there is one side of brain. Or if you want to listen to some audio, or if you want to perform or think in one different senses, there are different parts of the brain where different electron signals travel, and that's how the brain is being processed. And we will, or this Neuralink scientist actually interpret that particular signal. They'll attach an interface here in between and try to trace out those signals and pass it on to a electronic gadget. This is the electronic gadget is here. Yes, I can also show you.
Hey, I'm Mike, part of the Instadoodle team. Now let me show you what we do here. With Instadoodle, you can take any...
It's quite good at doing this reliably. And in fact, because we've never shown an end-to-end insertion of a robot in action, we're going to do a live demo of the robot doing surgery in our brain proxy. So who wants to see some insertions? This is what we call the targeting view. So what you're seeing is this is a picture of our brain proxy. And the pink represents the cortical surface that we want to insert our electrodes into. And the black represents the vasculatures that we want to avoid. And what you're seeing is these hash marked with numbers that represents where we intend to put each of our threads.
There are individual threads they are going to plant inside a brain.
So should we see some insertions? So this is another view real quick. On the left is the view of the insertion area. And on the right, what the robot's going to do is it's going to peel the array, the threads one by one from its silicon backing and insert it into the targets that we predetermined in the targeting view. So there you go. That's the first insertion. So we're going to see a couple more insertions. The whole process of inserting about 64 threads in our first product is going to be around 15 minutes for this robot. So yeah, there's a second one that went in, and we're going to do a third one. There you go. And then that's going to go in the background, and we'll come back to it in the later part of the presentation. And as Elon mentioned, we've been working very hard to go from prototype to building product. As part of this, one of the things that we did is to move our device manufacturing to a dedicated facility in Austin for scale-up manufacturing. And what's important to highlight, and is evident in this clip, is that it's very typical for us to have our engineers who design, and this has been extremely, extremely critical in reducing our iteration cycle time. And we've also scaled up our surgery. So we now have a dedicated, our own OR, in fact, a double OR in Austin. And this is just a stepping stone before we eventually build our own Neuralink clinic. So with this product, N1 and R1, our initial goal is to help people with paralysis from complete spinal cord injury regain their digital freedom by enabling them to use their devices as good as, if not better, than they could before the injury. And as Elon mentioned, over the last year, this has been the central focus of the company. And we've been working very closely with the FDA to get approval and to launch our first in-human clinical trial in the US, hopefully in the next 6 months.
Yeah, so again, I'm coming back to the basic question of what our theme, current theme is about: reimagination. Imagine a person who is blind or who cannot listen to who cannot listen or dumb, or cannot move. Making them sit and digitally experience everything is on another level. Similarly, there are many live examples of how, let's just say, even with SpaceX. Okay, SpaceX has actually, if you've seen Space Booster, it is literally like holding a 20,000 tons in the air. There is a 20-story building in the air and navigating into the exact seat in the boosters. Okay, so let me show you. Sorry, this is the SpaceX booster. This is actually a 20-story building. It is equal to that weight. and holding something against the gravity and navigating it to exactly sit here is something physically or humanly beyond to think and make it possible. I'll go back to my presentation. This is second set of thing where we'll interact with certain few things already. This is
Great to be in Taiwan. Before I head out to the night market, let's dive into some exciting frontiers of digital humans.
Imagine a future where computers interact with us just like humans can.
Hi, my name is Sophie, and I am a digital human brand ambassador for Unique.
This is the incredible reality of digital humans. Digital humans will revolutionize industries, from customer service to advertising and gaming. The possibilities for digital humans are endless.
Using the scans you took of your current kitchen with your phone,
They will be AI interior designers, helping generate beautiful, photorealistic suggestions and sourcing the materials and furniture.
we have generated several design options for you to choose from.
They'll also be AI customer service agents, making the interaction more engaging and personalized, or digital healthcare workers who will check on patients, providing timely, personalized care.
I did forget to mention to the doctor that I am allergic to penicillin. Is it still okay to take the medication?
The antibiotics you've been prescribed, ciprofloxacin and metronidazole, don't contain penicillin, so it's perfectly safe for you to take them.
And they'll even be AI brand ambassadors, setting the next marketing and advertising trends.
Hi, I'm Ima, Japan's first virtual model.
New breakthroughs in generative AI and computer graphics let digital humans see, understand, and interact with us in human-like ways.
From what I can see, it looks like you're in some kind of recording or production setup.
The foundation of digital humans are AI models built on multilingual speech recognition and synthesis, and LLMs that understand and generate conversation.
你们部落有什么特别的习俗吗？
我们有丰富的祭祀仪式和传统舞蹈，还有对大自然的崇拜。
The AIs connect to another generative AI to dynamically animate a lifelike 3D mesh of a face. And finally, AI models that reproduce lifelike appearances, enabling real-time path-traced subsurface scattering to simulate the way light penetrates the skin, scatters, and exits at various points, giving skin its soft and translucent appearance. NVIDIA ACE is a suite of digital human technologies packaged as easy-to-deploy, fully optimized microservices or NIMs. Developers can integrate ACE NIMs into their existing frameworks, engines, and digital human experiences. Nemotron SLM and LLM NIMs to understand our intent and orchestrate other models. Riva Speech NIMs for interactive speech and translation. Audio to face and gesture NIMs for facial and body animation. And Omniverse RTX with DLSS for neural rendering of skin and hair. ACE NIMs run on NVIDIA GDN, a global network of NVIDIA accelerated infrastructure that delivers low latency digital human processing to over 100 regions.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is about NVIDIA, which is working on digital twin again. And there are a lot of techs, which is, different ways how people are evolving or how tech is grown. Okay. Now, this is already done. Yeah. One of the basics things what we have to understand now is how are we going to navigate? Okay, now the bottleneck has already been shifted. What we believe, what we had all the previous generations, or might be, let's say, before 22 or 23, there was a information scarcity. By information scarcity, I mean, we had a long back travel issues. Let's just say during when our old, where used to the information used to travel in a bird used to take something in a letter, then post offices and letter used to travel, or a person used to travel, take information from one point to another point, and later gadgets came in, later web came in, www, internet, world wide web, that was the invention. And later we are very much accustomed to use technology in different forms. Okay, now we believe the information is no more the scarcity. There is abundant information already available in the entire world. You talk about one aspect today, it might go viral in the next moment. Okay, you have social media at such a large pace where it has been integrated into the very the even kids, let's just say 2 years, even my 1.5 2 year nephew also uses a phone a lot. He wants cartoons to actually, whenever to he want to eat something, he is he uses cartoons. And we might see we are being used to digital gadgets everywhere at different aspects of our entire life. Okay, at that movement, we know the information was scarce before. Okay, but now there is tons and abundance of information available at every stage. You talk about kids, or you talk about age, you talk about health, you talk about any critical topics, you talk about fashion, you talk about gadgets, you talk about your hair, you talk about your skin or breathing, or any aspect, you talk about materials, smartphones, writing or literature or history or anything, entire information is available. Okay, now the only thing what we as a except mathematics or physics, there are certain things, but all the relevant information was uh, prior to this might not be relevant now. The students learning, okay, or the faculty what we are teaching to the students might not be relevant anymore, because there are tons of information already available at different aspects of life and at different stages and for different age groups. Okay, there are different mediums as well, sometimes video, sometimes text, sometimes images, and every other way it is available, it is being used and it is being done in dusted in n number of ways. So what is the next stage then? If you only teach still only information, only static information, okay, will students, or let's just say will any for that matter, even for employment or anything, will that help for a student apart from only memorizing? Okay, memorizing is the one of the key ways of our education being evolved in, specifically at least Indian subcontinent. Okay, will that be still relevant? Any idea or any opinions, team? I don't think information will still be relevant. Okay, of course there will be niche areas. Of course there will be there might be PhD graduates in different subject areas. There might be, of course. Again, I'm not questioning about the niche or only specific set of things that will be there always, no matter what. But how the information, only static information, that might not be relevant anymore. Okay, or if you talk from a political perspective or from a historical perspective, that might be relevant. Okay, but for me, in this, at least in the present context or what we are discussing now, politics is not something which we are concentrating. So now for us it is more about technology, and I'm a tech entrepreneur. So for me, only static information might not be relevant. Okay, it is how, whatever information do I have now in my hand? Okay, what am I going to do with that information? That is the only critical aspect where every other student or every other educational institute might be judged upon. Okay, because that's how the deck reads here. Bottleneck is being shifted. Okay, no more only static information. but it is only about how you are going to apply it. That is where defined the quality of a student or the quality of the entire academics as well. How you are going to make the static information useful in terms of application or in terms of any usage or in terms of any use case. It need not be only a digital set of application, or it can be anything. But the critical aspect where as a students where we have to learn is how to transform that static information into digital information. Okay, how do we do that? That would be the next set of question and information for us. Okay, yeah, we'll take a few 5 minutes break here, because the next set of things will be little hands-on activities. I'll be sharing a few links here. You can open it. It will be very better if you all have a laptop beside, or a laptop or a computer where you can actually see and understand in the next set of things. 5-10 minutes is okay.
No, sir. Yes, sir. We can break for 5 minutes, and the participants will be ready with some laptops with them.
Yeah, please be ready with any laptop or something. It will be a kind of activities now. Thank you. See you in 5 minutes.
Dear participants, let's meet back in 5 minutes by 7:25, and I will request you to bring your laptops. Thank you.
Hope you are able to see my screen.
Yes, sir. Visible.
Okay. Okay. So where were we? So let me take you a small example here. There is another tech. If I zoom in, my work will not be seen. Yeah, I have dropped a link in the chat. Okay, guys. Yes. So understand, this is again a basic explanation of what blockchain will look like. Okay. If we understand blockchain, we basically tell like each block is independent and each block is reserved and information cannot be changed, and one block cannot be copied or that cannot be replicated. Everything has a unique set of blocks. Like that we talk about on okay, for people who do not aware of what blockchain is, this will be a live example and a good hands-on experience for us to understand how the entire block will particularly look like. Okay. And I guess you already, all people have their own devices. You can just open the link I have attached and try to click or experiment or play around with it. So this is the hash. So hash is okay. Okay, let me see how many people are well aware of blockchain. Is it a important necessary subject now? Any yes or no would be helpful. Okay, not aware of it. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I have attached URL here. Great. Okay, so it will still be relevant now. Yeah, so I've attached a URL. You can just open it and click around, or just see what hash is, what block is. If you talk about complete blockchain, this is the entire blockchain. I'll make a walkthrough. So if I have added a data now, today is September 19th. You see the hash code for each text or for each information I type. The entire hash code is changed. So that is an encrypted code. Okay, how hash is generated. If I talk about today, September 19th, and I'm giving a presentation, you understand? And that hash cannot, it has a specific encrypted code how hash is being generated. Okay, and if we talk about technical terms, there is 256-bit encryption, 128-bit encryption, and defense grade, space grade, all that particular things works on encryption codes. Here it is not encrypted as of now. This is demo version. That is particularly hash. Hash has a unique set of information about the data. Whatever data you type, it has set of a unique information. Okay, and you guys can open and type it. Now coming to the block. Again, this is a separate, it has a separate hash, and above it is nouns. So each block, each data is first. I'm entering now entering. I'm entering now. Okay. Hash is something which is particular to each particular data. Wi-Fi has no access. Can you hear me, team?
Yes, sir.
Okay, no interruptions, right?
No, sir, your voice is fine.
Okay, great. Yeah. So nouns is the identification number of what your data or what your hash is. So once your hash is generated, no one will be aware of what kind of data is inside the box. And that particular thing is represented with the help of a block. So you can mine it. That means it is fed into the system. It is already mined. Okay. Now let's just say after mining, and team, I am going a little. I've mined it. Mined as in mine, as in I'm fed into the entire chain. I fed into the entire chain. So that is going as a, we call as a, in tech term as a mining. Means appending each set of information into the chain. Okay. So ounce number has changed. Okay. And let's just see if I've changing the data again, even if I've changed one exclamation mark, or if I have added a, entire hashboard will be changed. And above information cannot be rewritten, overwrite. There is no overwrite or of the information already there. Please understand here, there is no overwrite of the information. So whatever you type, even a small dot or a small exclamation mark, one to anything, or even if you want to remove any spaces, that is also considered as a new information and it cannot override the old one. So we have to again mine it. That is each block. So you understood about hash, you understood about block. Okay. Now let's just say I'm going to blockchain. Yeah. Now here is the interesting part. Blockchain is a set of block at each different intervals. Okay. Or let's just say there are thousands of blocks, which is containing a unique information at each block. Okay. That each information can be unique, or it can be interlinked, or it can be irrespective of the previous information. Okay. But those are all in the entire chain. To be understanding the real scenario, let's just say we have a real estate plot in our current context for ease of understanding. Okay. So let's just say my plot, I have registered in, let's just say 1970. Yeah, I have typed as 1980. I have registered my plot actually. Let me change. I have registered my plot in 1970, 1980. Okay. Let's just say name Sumedh. Okay. And year is 1980 and place, let's just say place is Gachibowli. Okay. And what else do we need as a registration? Area. Let's take area as 1,000 square yards. Okay, this is just for example. So this is the information which I want. I am applying in a real use case. Okay, this is applied for a real estate. Let's just say this is for a government. Block number when registered, I have mined it. So it is fed into the chain. As a chain like వెళ్ళిపోయింది. Okay, now coming to the the next set of things, that the same plot has been sold to another vendor in the year 2020, or let's say 2000. We have 5 blocks at least. Resale in 2000. Okay. What are the changes? Again, here we need name. Name might be, let's just say, Pavan Kalyan. Okay. We have a year. Year I have resale in 2000. Okay. Place is same. We have to again, like it is all how we are mentioning or not. All details. All details are same. The only change is I have built a G+1 on 1,000 square yards. Okay, let's just say I have built the G+1 on 500 square yards. That's it. Okay. This is in there 2000. I'm mining it. So we have mined already 2 places. Let's just say I am going to same copy paste it. And I'm taking as a third year. Might be around whatever. Right. So this is the real use case I'm applying, guys. My name is now to Arjun. Okay, now I have placed G+2 now. G+2 and I have added to 700 square yards and I have mined it. Same, I am adding another detail. Now it is 2015. And same details. I might be G+3. And now I have increased to 800 square yards and I've mined it. And this is another detail. I am doing it in 2024. Okay. And I have placed G+5 and I have already done for all 900. And let's just say I have leased for 10 years to third party, to another person, my uncle. Okay. And I've moved to US. Let's just say I've moved to US. So this is another system I've fed into. Understand? So this is all happened in the span of from year 1980 to 2024. Okay, these are all details. Now let's just say if I want to change Okay. Let's just say if there is a government change and something is want to tamper the details. Let's just say they want to change in the 2025. They want to change here and rename to Pavan Kalyan, or it is sold to some Ramesh. Okay. When you change here, your previous code changes. If you understand. Okay, this is green color. Even if you change any single letter, okay, it will not match with the previous one, because if you see, there are previous records, there are hash records. When there are previous records and hash records, that information cannot be rewritten. It has to only overwrite it. So an overwrite is not allowed in this particular blockchain system. It has to create another chain or another block. But old ones cannot be, information cannot be changed, because all the attached hash or all the attached previous codes will be redistributed again. We have to again mine it. If it is again mining, that will change the block or record and it will not match. It will rewritten. That's how the previous blocks will return. And in a blockchain, it cannot be written because your hash codes will change. Once your hash code is changed, that means you're not matching with the previous record. When your previous record is not matching, that means there is some information tamper. Hello. Hope you are able to understand it. I'm not being too hurry or anything. Please let me know if I'm moving out too fast or with details. Yeah. So this is again, if you take it to the distributed set of things, that is peer A, peer B, peer C. This is again set of chain. Understand, is again distributed. So I'm taking you to the step by step. Again, we talk about tokens again. So similarly, each hash value or each value has its own independence, and it is once it is created or once it is appended, it cannot be changed. Any information cannot be changed previously. If you want to change, that means it is breaking the chain. It cannot be rewritten. So it will not match the previous records. So you can go back what individual at smallest of the smallest unit of a blockchain is. Hash is the smallest blockchain of the unit of smallest unit of a blockchain. That is a data, a unique code generated for the data. A block is a set of records which is holding data along with hash value. A blockchain is a connected set of blocks. What is the blockchain in education? This is the practical thing which is used in engineering. It is need not a subject, but a student coming in tomorrow, he'll ask the question, what is a blockchain? If we as a, we cannot show what is a practical, only if we show them theory, we will not understand. So there is a practical which I'm showing as a reference for the students down coming in. Application can be, let's just say, you are having the students records, or if you're talking about any real world application or anything. This is the way to teach students. Students will not understand it if you only talk about, very just as a theoretical set of things. So it is a Git library. Yeah, hope I'm able to clear the answer. Yeah, you can explore this library. This is open. I'm just sharing you the link. It is open. You can take a record and understand what things it can go into. All good. Okay. Next is I'll move back to the presentation. Just a minute. Yeah. Hope my presentation is up. Right. Correct. So now understand the information is not the bottleneck here is not about the information now, it is about the application. How you are applying each information to the end set of thing. It is not just about the holding information. Down the line, if you even see now, students type or come up with AI tools before as a faculty does. Now you might have experienced lot many students already doing it. Why now? There are enough stats available in the market which suggest the amount of usage of AI is moved to extreme level in terms of students also learning or in terms of being relevant with set of queries, with a set of understanding or being live in the system, okay, and not follow only the static informations. Those are all information is already available, and there are little metrics already available in terms of how much market it will go to, or how much enterprise scale level organizations will need, and how much revenue is being generated here. Okay. Why this is important? Because the teaching way of present will actually impart the knowledge and information to the students coming or graduating. That is very, very critical. Okay. So these are just stats. It might be not relevant for a person sitting in a classroom. Okay. But understand they are graduating after 2 years or after 4 years or whatever, etc. A number of years. After that, these all numbers are relevant and they are directly relative to the students getting in placed or getting in cracking cracking the interviews or getting a job or getting a some invention or some making a product out of it. So all these things are important here. Might not be today for sitting in a desk. For a person, for a student, it might be relevant, these stats, but for a faculty or for a college, these are important for them to understand and make accordingly stay relevant to the metrics or in the tech growth. What are the declining skills and what are the rising skills? 44% of core skills will be distributed by 2027. Okay, those are all stats available already. But my question here is, we have to particularly understand the basic documentation or the basic set of way how the people perceive information is being changed. How we interact or how we use the information available in the market is completely being changed already, and it will not be staying relevant very soon. Only static informations what we give might not be relevant. All the manual data entry process or how the routine task happen, that might not be relevant. Now your skills or the priorities things have to change. I'm coming back to the same set of beginning as a theme, reimagine. Our work or our teaching styles has to evolve a bit in the coming change to adapt or to give students a better way, a better learning experience. Now, if you talk about the academy and if you talk about the industry, there are two different streams. Okay. Might be, let's just say, down the line, what we had enough training sessions. placement training was there. I was even a part of even I am a engineering graduate, so even I have gone through all the cycle. Okay, engineering grad, like we had placement training. That was in last 4-1 or 3-2 actually. 3-2 will start here. Placement trainings, and post that also placement training. Every company used to train their employees for a set of period. It might be 6 months, 3 months, or to a year. Okay, depending on organization, each company used to train students, new graduates or new trainees. Okay, but if you consider it now in the context of 25 or 26, this will not be relevant. Industry might not get involved in too much of a training. Okay, so here they'll still be teaching or taking an understanding of culture of a company. Okay, but not major give you all the technical skills or give you all the previous Java classes or C# classes. That will not be happening anytime, or it will never happen again. It was way back when the industry was in shaped such a way. Team, hope my audio is clear.
Yes, sir. Your audio is clear, sir.
Right. Yeah. So few gaps, if we understand, are major is publications. Okay. If you only talk about see publications going in and understanding how our theory is being placed. Okay. So that is a set of no go now for the educational institutions. There might be a bigger gap forming from a college and for what industry needs. Industry currently need speed, integration, cross functional impact. Okay, this might be very crispy to sound now, okay, sitting here and talking, but if you understand how okay, let me give an example of Sam Altman. You've already, every one of us know who Sam Altman is actually. Okay. In the recent podcast, he usually tells that, no one in this industry or in this thing has figured out what to do or how to stay or what product will work or what to do next. Okay. It is just the surviving. Understand a person who has raised 300 billion or is one of the, at least actually, world's most valued startup. Okay, might be one or two. SpaceX is might be there, one or two here and there, but at that scale people are talking about uncertainty. Okay, at that scale, who has enough whose product is being used in the entire world, people are talking about uncertainty. Okay, and relatable to what we have on or we teach in our regular classes. Okay, or what we teach to the students or what we think is in our textbooks. Okay, we exactly impart that knowledge and that we are preparing for students. So for me, or for us to relevant to this context, to bring the entire topic to relevance to our context is educational. We teach our students for the next set of only, either examinations or set of papers. Okay, but actually the third process, I'll come back to the first question, reimagination. Our industry might not need any previous things what we have already been worked and worked and tested and deployed. That is not going to work now. Industry is completely about speed, integration, cross functionality. It is very much difficult for any industry. Okay, or we talk about any big players, talk about Google, Microsoft, or anyone, or in terms of startups or people, it is about only surviving for the next at least 4 years. Every company or every country is doing the same. Even US recently had a huge meetings of all these top CEOs or Nvidia, all the Microsoft, Googles of the world. So even they are staying relevant to the context. So it applies for even the education institutions or for the teaching staff or for the students coming in. Students down the line will not sit in a classroom and listen. That might be only for our attendance. Let me move. Okay, I'll yeah. So I'm just here trying to bridge the gap and what can we do in the movement. Okay, in the first half, I've explained or told you what where tech is going, or as an industry where it is going. Okay, now my second part of the presentation would be what we can do sitting in a desk or teaching in a college or students sitting on a bench or listening to a class. What do you think will be relevant for us in the next set of AI wave? Or of course there might be number of thought process of number of people or number of educational institutions going around and be like that would not hit us, or that would not be relevant for us, or whatever this might not be relevant for us who's coming in teaching or taking a classroom book and reading what is there in the book. Many people might have the feeling that, okay, but the time gonna change. Classes or students will not listen with the same level of intensity what is being taught, because we already know there is enough information or tons of information already available across the internet, and there are enough number of tools which are completely hand in hand for students to use it at across different domains. Today if I want to understand any complex mechanical topic, okay, I can just go Google. Might not be Google, I'll go to GPT. I'll go to any. Let me open up just a minute. Yeah. Can you see my complete screen now?
Yes, sir, visible.
Right. Okay. I'm just using this. Okay. I'll also drop the chat. Where is message or where is chat? Yeah.
Sir, on the top. We got
on.
Got it, sir.
Good.
Yes, sir. It's good, sir. Please go on.
Please explain me the concept of thermodynamics, okay, or in a short form. So ChatZ is similar to ChatGPT. It is similar to ChatGPT. It will usually this has 4.5 as a better coding capability than ChatGPT, and ChatGPT is little costlier one. This is a better decent option. I'll set of tools I've already here. Okay, I'll try to use all the tools. How many have tried video models? Let me open it YouTube. People, you might be knowing Notebook LM. So Notebook LM is here I'm just showing you just an understanding of how tools are being evolved. Okay. So for a student who's coming to a classroom, or he's getting the same static information here, or opening a static the thermodynamics text, a college book, and trying to teach the same thing here, might not be staying relevant soon. There are tools like all even if you understand where is Google, there is a thing called guided learning. Guided learning is for students who are who want to learn concepts, or you can help in their teaching journey. So for me, I'm just trying to question and stay relevant. Okay, this is what the industry, or this is what the times have been evolved to. So we opening up the same textbook and teaching might not be relevant. Okay, the point here is I'm not stating the problem, but I am just trying to understand what could be the better ways to engage. This is Notebook LM, which will give the information of what it is. We can change, or we can give any big theory, any much bigger theory classroom. Okay, and understand. So this is the mind map it generated. First law of thermodynamics, the fundamental concept, describes transfer of energy, work and heat, and conversion of energy. Okay. Thermodynamics has how many two laws? There is also drinking bird law. There is also second law of thermodynamics, that is heat flows spontaneously from hotter to cold. That is second. Entropy can only increase overall in real life, and entropy disorder means higher order is equal to higher entropy. And I can literally download this entire mind map. 4 basic processes. What each one is, this is the formula. Okay, and this is what Q0 U. Okay, so I can literally download all these, and this is free, by the way. Now if we just, it is generating a video, is taking time. Now I come back to this. Okay, so here the use of education is students coming in might be too much adapted to the tools. Okay, and this is relevant for the entire universities. You talk about IITs, you talk about MIT, you talk about Stanford, you talk about Oxford, any other institute or entire thing, it is every other institute will be on the same page. Because now information is not, my first statement goes, okay, the bottleneck is not about information. Information is not the bottleneck anymore. The only bottleneck is about the application. How students are applying it, or what kind of facilities we are as a college or as a faculty we are giving to the end student for them to apply. Okay, and still like there might be students or faculty think it is might be irrelevant. It might be relevant. Okay, but a student coming down might not feel relevant. He will not be adaptive to the set of sitting in a classroom and doing. This is the PNG. Notebook LM, you can use it. Oh, sorry. So here you can add a video, or you can add any Google Drive image, or you can add any website, you can add any link, you can add any website, or you can add any copy text. Okay, any copied the thermodynamic laws or how to generate the formulas, all those things you can exactly copy paste here, and it will give you all in a much better learning way. Okay, so for me, for a student sitting in a classroom for 1 hour on one concept, might not be he might not feel the need. He'll just be able to get information here. Okay, I'm not just telling that that will happen. I'm just telling that might be the use case, because the coming generation will have very less attention span is very less. So for them the information is right away taking in, and much more interactive way. Okay, and then I'll come back to my presentation. This is another chat GPT kind of style, which will give theory and which will give information. This one, I'll come back to this again. Okay, but I've just checked the thermodynamics. Video is generated, but yeah, this is the mind map. You can add flashcards. Those are all things you can add. You can add reports, you can add overview, you can turn into audio. I'll come back to my presentation. Just a minute. Yeah, hold on, guys. There's an interesting thing what I'm trying to show you.
So your screen is visible now.
Yeah. Yeah, there is interesting thing which I'm trying to interpret or show you all. Give me a sec. Yeah, there is a much better version available in the presentation, but my keynote is not opening up. But I'll at least continue with this. Yeah. There is another presentation which is cleaned up presentation, but my keynote is not opening up. But I want to continue the session. Is interesting point what I've basically understand. See. Okay. Now, from an institute point of view, understand from a institute point of view. If you understand now, for the students, there are enough tools for us to understand and read the context and get back to what I'm trying to learn in the given context. Okay. Now, what I feel is, at least this is, again, don't take this as a literal, that this is the only set of things will work or not work, but this is just the understanding, okay, on a broader perspective, considering all the situations, all the industries, what it is happening or what it is evolving, and amount of tools, or everyone, like we are well aware of, every other tool is completely free for students. If you have your ID card, if you have your email, then entire tools are completely free. In this context, this situation is same for everybody. For a student who's studying in IIT, or for a student who's studying in Stanford, MIT, or for student who's studying with us in any engineering college, degree college with us. The situation or the amount of tools, or the exposure of information, all the concept is same for everyone. Now, what makes the difference? Okay, what makes the difference? I'll come back to my first thing is, we have to reimagine why we hold this, or why we are doing the way things are. Like, we have already practically seen, where is it? Yeah, we have practically seen the industry growth in terms of tools, or without any set of medium, we do not need smartphones, or we might not need, or we might not interact keyboard mouse. It is only about voice, or it is about typing in the air. So you understand that context. Okay, it is only about what information you have to make it applicable. That is the, you have to find the use cases. Okay, and there is a tremendous opportunity available. It is just how you are applying, or how we are staying relevant to the amount of tech evaluation happening around, and what could be the better way to navigate it. One of the basic understanding of what here is, okay, this is again, these are not my personal views completely coming here and giving like a random thing, showing all the tools and why is it still relevant. These are just opinions which out of what industry is trying to, or many major educational institutions trying to navigate the change. Okay, if I particularly talk about any, let's just say I'm talking about any IIT, or if I'm talking about MIT, there the students information is completely same. What we have, or what students are trying is completely same. What the faculty members are doing completely same. Okay, but the only difference is how much sandbox, or what is the AI sandbox. Sandbox as in, it is the kind of AI, let's just say AI library or set of things, where people come and experiment. Okay, and they have partnerships. Industry partnerships is very much important for educational institutions. Okay, uh, don't take me as a authoritative which is giving. They are just the suggestions, or what educationals, or what the previous entire globe trying to establish or trying to follow it. Okay, and these are certain not new concepts here, but the point here is that is the better way to forward, or better way to move. Okay, as a student, or as a sitting here, one of the easier ways, content delivery might not be just enough now. Content delivery as in giving static lessons or teaching might be relevant in next 1 2 years, but down the line it might not be ideal way to teach. Okay, mentored problem solving might be a better way. Okay, and these are little starts which industry, or which major education institutions are trying to follow. We have to share prompt logs as in might be like how to type, or how to do what to type, or how to get the results. Okay, or let's just say might be something like teach verifications, or something like blend AI task. If we take context of only AI, might be something like let me open up uh, oh sorry. Okay, these I'll share these all URLs. Might be, let's just say I want a full stack. Okay, I'm just randomly giving a thing. Okay, randomly giving a prompt. These all things you can definitely try. These are all available for free, and everybody can use it and try to get. Okay, uh, I want to create a create a feedback poll of my lecture on AI. Shareable, it has to be a shareable URL where all like members can fill the poll, and I want a dashboard to view the results. I have just given a random, very small prompt here. Okay. Why I'm giving here is I'm coming back to my presentation. Let's just say till it creates. Okay. Content delivery might not be here. We have to blend AI task. Okay. And AI task as in down the line, security is important. Okay. I have added many major things, but my keynote is not opening up. Okay. These are teaching and admin tools. I have a list also. I'll share the list, but yeah, I'm here. So here for us, people here is we can give an AI blended use cases. We can give an AI blended task, or let's just say whatever concepts we are learning. Okay, we can ask GPT and make it more interactive, or make it such that people are involving some or the other way, or try to create a polls, or try to create a task within the students or within the community, within the class. So those things will keep engaging. Okay. And now still the question is relevant, whether will students be able to get the core concepts? That might be still a question for us. Okay. If I talk about any CAD engineering, okay, if I talk about designing, if I talk about uh, did taper ends, or or make it in production ready, or talk about space tech or defense tech, how the designing happens, mechanical design, CAD, or ProE or ANSYS. Okay. Or let's just say if I talk about OOPS concept, OOPS object, etc. Our question generally might be, how will students get the core concepts? Why will student, like, my question is, that might not be relevant. Of course, it has to be relevant for a core niche subject I'm getting into. If I am getting into my core engineering, if I'm getting into my aeroplane design, or a plane, let's just say rocket designing, or some kind of ISRO or kind of that thing, then my niche would be to understand the entire, to grassroots level of understanding each concept. If I want to be a hacker, okay, if I want to get into the security systems, if I want to crack or get in inside and the banking systems, or build a huge systems, at that time, it is very much required and needed for a student to understand the core concept. Okay. But in the first year, few things might not be relevant. Now, let me again open up the concept. Okay, it is still building. Okay. Let's just see if we talk about AI, IoT, or this is full stack development. Okay, languages like C Sharp, languages like Java, these are still relevant. These are important, very much important. All the concepts is also important. But added with that concepts, we need to have an analytical and logical brain. So how that comes in? That will come in a much more mentored problem solving way. It cannot be a theoretical way. It has to be amalgamated with much more AI blended task, or let's just say some practical use cases which we are trying to do. At that, again, this thing is not a rule book. Okay. As of now, no one has a rule book how to navigate this particular change. Even from like the entrepreneurs like who have built Sam Altman, or let's just say even Google, Microsoft. Okay. Or if you talk about MIT, or if you talk about IIT professors, okay, no one has exact rule book answer that you follow these steps, this will work. No one in that industry has that answer. And if someone is believing that they have an answer, that might be not a correct perspective to take in, because it's a much evolving field, a huge evolving field. The tech software is eating away all the world, or all the other automobile, even all the techs. Okay. So staying relevant is amalgamating technology along with what we do or navigate. Let me see the other. Yeah, learn, build, prove, deploy. What will be our build strategy is to learn first, learn with AI assisted, might be AI assisted, or let's just say any tool, okay, learn or build a concept on it and then build projects on it, prove and deploy, where faculty can come in at each different stage. Faculty can come into picture. They can make a guided learning, okay, they can build projects, they can prove, or they can deploy. So this might, again, this might be a way to navigate this particular change. Is this the only way? Don't know. The industry do not know, or the people around the world do not know, or the thing don't know. But the best option available is to navigate the change, is to inculcate what we are trying to do in a much more enhanced way, or kind of, at sandboxes way, or like advisory panels, or industry partnerships. Those are all things which will help. So down the line, static content delivery has to change to a mentored problem solving base. We have to find a number of use cases. This data model literacy, okay, this again might be a set of work frame which might be a better way to navigate the change. Data and model literacy. Data model literacy means whatever tech or whatever LLM models we have, a literacy model on that. What is interference? What is those core concepts are anyway, one has to know it. What is inference in a machine learning? What is transformer in a ML model? What you are, and what is the accuracy? How do we test it? Those are all will still be relevant to the core concept. Okay. But the only change for students is how we are applying in a practical manner. Let me see if this is, yeah. See, I have just given a few prompts. I want to create a feedback poll on my lecture on AI, shareable URL. Members can fill the poll and I want a dashboard. That's it. So if a student is typing this, or if this is the industry use case, by the way, what I have shown you is the industry use case. Whenever any attendance is taken or anyway, like we'll have lot many feedback forms. And for feedback, you just have to take yes, no, like that. Okay. And usually this is, if you talk in a literal sense, this is at least a full stack developer with 3 years of experience is a 4 days of work. With AI, it is a matter of minutes. Okay. It is a matter of minutes. And you'll also get a URL. You can directly share it somewhere. Now let me implement the shareable URL functionality. So at each step, these models are already doing. So now let's imagine a student coming in the first year and graduating after 4 years in a CS background. Okay. How long this AI will generate, or let's just say the same prompt as was typed by a student in first year or student in second, like inter or first year. AI will give the same result. I'll come back to my presentation. Where is it? Yeah, right. So as per the changing things, there might be a inculcation of, how to navigate the changes, be in it. There is a step-by-step again process. We have to first learn ourselves. First learn might not be everything. Okay, we cannot learn everything at this point in time because of course our age, of course our time, of course our mental capabilities down because of the age group, etc. Right. So what can we do? We have to again get used to the AI models, get used to the training LLMs, what it is there, and ask them to give if I'm teaching a lesson, let me type that. Okay, this will give a URL. Similarly, you have bold. Bold will similarly give this. Okay, let's just say I'm taking a lesson on OOPS concept tomorrow. To third year engineering students. I want an application oriented teaching lesson or an interactive or adaptive way to learn the concept. Create a shareable URL. You also have Gamma. Guess I showed you. Yeah, this is another week. And of course, you might be, every one of us, you might be using ChatGPT. So there is no view dashboard. I'm able to click poor, good, excellent, good, very excellent. Submit feedback. Thank you for the feedback. Yeah, hope you're able to see my screen. Let's just say I'm viewing a dashboard. So I have answered one response, total 7 questions. It is a date, overview, question analysis, text feedback, back to poll. I'm publishing it. So this is the URL, deployment URL. I'll just. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you, but there seems to be some network issue. The screen shared is not clear. It's all blurry.
I'm really sorry, because of rain there might be. I have a good internet connection here, but am I good now? Am I audible now?
Sorry, sir. You're audible, but screen is not visible. Sir, I think it would be better if you can go to question answer session. If you can answer the questions asked by participants. If the screen is not working.
Yes, okay. Can you see my screen now?
Still blurry, sir.
Okay, sorry. There's interesting session, guys. I'll share the tools anyway once I have completed. Okay, there might be this URL you can share. Yeah, I'm open for the question and answers.
Participants, anyone with any questions, you can unmute and ask the resource person. So Dr. Rajan Singh has asked in the chat window, what is inference in the world of AI? It would be great if you can answer that, sir.
Okay. Yeah. See, I am not a ML, to be exactly frank here. Okay, but I'll set off use what I have made you or share the. Probably my share screen is not visible. I'll show what we have built.
So I think if you can share that link, maybe in the chat window, maybe the participants can open and see what you have created there.
Yeah, I'm doing that. My network is pretty bad running into. I have shared this URL in the meeting poll URL in your WhatsApp. Might be I'm not able to share on this meeting chat.
It's fine, sir. I got it. I'm posting in the
I'm not able to
Teams
see
chat.
chat as well.
So it's fine, sir. I posted in the chat here. So the link is working. If you want me to share what has opened, I can share here. So that if you want to explain anything, you can explain.
That is just about the poll what we have created.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. First, sir, please do not call me sir. I'm just it's okay. Sumedh is good for me. Thank you so much. See, my key takeaways so to be very frank, I'm not here as a kind of a crazy lecture giving you all. I'm definitely not at that stage. Okay, this is just for me to see what I've been running our company from past 8 years. Okay, we have a team here. We work on space technology. We particularly work on there is I guess we can show in the chat. We have a client called we built a space suit. So we build the entire end-to-end solution for the space suit. Space suit as in which can track your body vitals, it can track movements, it can track your AI movements and navigate it. And when a human or astronaut is over the time in space, okay, we track all that information. And I run a company on the this thing, and we build scale infra for space tech. We build scale infra for oil and gas industry. We build scale infra. We are trying to build a scale infra for pharma industry as well. Scale infra as in when a let's just say astronaut training happens over the period of 5 years or 10 years. That entire data, we use data historian to track all the data from point A to point B, and we maintain that in a data historian format. So we have a deployed solution already, not only developed, but deployed solution already available on the web, and that is directly. So the key takeaway for me is here, just I'm trying to share my industry takeaways. Okay, because we down the line here, we work with lot of students, we work with lot of engagement like faculty as well, or we work with by the way, our office is at IIIT Hyderabad. We work with here on research basis. We've engaged with faculty here on research basis. So for me, takeaway is that one of the best way is to engage in research and engage with the students the way we think in a different perspective. So that was the only way I tried to communicate. Down the line, my apologies. Internet could have been much more better way, because I have sparked a few things in the later part of the presentation, but I could not show it. And there was also a bit of practical hands-on activities which were tried, which didn't happen in. Sorry for that. My bad. But yeah, here might be for me the relevance will not only be about knowing tech. Okay, it will be only about how we are finding use cases, how are we applying it. and how students are navigating or coming down. We imagine 4 years can be our college startup, or 4 years, a student coming in 4 years and giving you the end result as a entire 4 years of practical experience is something might be industry will look like, is what we try to believe and understand out of all the given things. And there are n number of tools already available which will maybe I'll share a guide what we usually follow, which will help us use lot many tools available. So I'll share with the organizing team. They can usually take, but there are multiple tools. So my takeaway is just this, that we try to see how to navigate in this present world with given the context of AI coming at a different scale, and how industry is trying to adopt it.
If any participant can ask any question to the resource person, they are free to ask. Sorry, I can, yes. So if no participant has any question, I think we have come to the end of the session. And really thank you, sir, Sumedh sir, except for a few technical glitches here and there, the network issues, the session was quite informative and engaging. Uh, but sir, the session was good. The way you took up the topic by showing us the pen, how the perspectives were earlier and then and later how the perspective were, and connecting that to the practical applications now, and with that directing us how to teach our students and what to teach. That was really wonderful, sir. Thank you for bringing up that fresh and new perspective to us, and thank you for bringing to us the practical AI applications right now in the world. And the way you took them, it was very subtle, where it is not too technical, but anyone in the participant group, that anyone from any domain can understand them. Thank you for bringing up them that way. And sir, coming to the responsibilities of teachers in the present day, thank you for reminding us that in the generation of AI, we should think about the better way to engage, but not about feeding the information. And thanks for the one more point where you said that every university now, may it be Oxford, may it be any college in India, all are at same level, where for every student the information is same. The difference is how the faculty make the students apply them. Thank you for that, sir, and thank you for sharing the important points where we should inculcate speed, integration, cost, cross-functional impact in our students. Thank you for that, sir, and also thank you for all the practical visuals you have shown us, like Bolt AI, the full stack development there, and the notebook LM there. Thanks for all those. We have learned a lot from this whole session, sir. It would have been more nice if the internet worked and we learned a little bit more. We already learned. Thanks for that, and we could have learned a little more. And hope we'll have another wonderful session in coming days if everything goes well with us.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks for the organizing team. Yeah, it was pretty bad from my end. I didn't expect this. We usually have high amount of good speed of internet, but okay. Let's apologize from my end for that. And I'll be very much happy. Again, I'm not at a stage to guide, but I just little observations what we have seen. That's it. A small understanding from my end. Thank you. Thank you so much, organizing team. Thank you. Thank you for the great session.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
So with this, we're ending the day 5 of our FDP. Dear participants, the feedback link is posted in the chat window. Please fill that, and whatever material the resource person shares, not only the today's resource person, but the previous resource person, we are planning to get them, and soon we'll post them all in the group. Oh, sorry, in the portal, not in the group, but portal. If any other queries or any other assistance is needed, please post in the group. we'll try to answer as soon as possible. And with this, have a nice day. Thank you so much. Have a nice
Thank you.
good night. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, team. Thank you all.